Hello, kids, and welcome to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. 3 comics, 3 opinions, 1 shit show. Featuring Mike Keegan.
Are you just going to talk over me the whole time? Is that what you're going to do? All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you very much.
Carla Okerson.
I tolerate you. I think I tolerate you very well.
Tolerate me at all.
I tolerate you. Believe that. I certainly tolerate all your horse shit. Look at me, I'm being tolerant right now. Look how tolerant. I'm tolerating it.
And Tim Saliani.
Bill Clinton suicides people was the name of my high school band.
Be sure and stop by the Domestic Disturbance Podcast Facebook page to check out any new shows, upcoming events, or to leave us some hate mail. Music from our podcast is from the hardcore band Bore. You should check them out on Spotify and Bandcamp, where you can put a little something in the hat for them and purchase their music like good little consumers. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the arguments.
Yo, I got them in the freezer.
Well, we're live now, so let's hear about the Reese's Peanuts Buttercups.
So fun story. Are we seriously live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, perfect.
So no one's doing an intro? We're just going to go right into cookie talk?
Yeah.
You're the one chewing away on whatever the fuck it is over there that you're chewing.
Guacamole and chips. I didn't know we were going live yet.
Pay attention to the schedule, Chief.
I asked you. Usually you're like, oh, I'm blah, blah, blahing the intro. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought you were playing an intro.
I did. I played the intro.
Usually you tell us.
Oh, so like we're live talking, the intro's over?
Yes, the intro's over.
Oh, I'm going to share this.
But hold on a second. Let's see if
everything just fell.
Put his pants
All right,
back on.
hold on.
Let's see.
I'm back. All right.
Let's see if the goddamn audio.
I got all nervous, Tim. Folks, welcome. We're live now. Domestic Disturbance Podcast. Oh, shit. Something happened.
What is that?
All right, I'm back. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for tuning into the Domestic Disturbance Podcast here on Govs Radio. Thank you so much. This is Mike, Tim, and Carla. We're joined by our friend, super hilarious comedian, Will Sharon. Thank you for coming down, Will.
Yay.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hello.
Will Sharon.
Host of the Will Sharon Show. Will, are you bringing the Will Sharon Show back?
Just like sexy, I am bringing the Will Sharon Show back. Yes.
I met Will the same night I met Mike.
Oh, that's right. At the Temple
Right,
Beth
Temple.
LOM or whatever it's called.
You guys could have you guys have a comedy anniversary.
Do it?
Yeah, when was that show? Wasn't that in the winter?
It was June.
I bet you it's like 3 years ago.
Something about probably 3
Right.
years ago.
Yeah.
And it was June, that I remember.
Because Pete the Killer.
Barney.
That's how we met. Yeah, I remember Pete and
Brian.
Pete had said to me, he's like, can you headline? I was like, no. And he's like, oh man. He's like, I said, how much time do you need? And not me, like I'm not, I wasn't about to go in it. And I called Mike and I was like, where are you? And he's like, I'm in the city. I just finished the set. I'm getting on the train home. I was like,
Yeah.
Can you get out to, I don't know, wherever we were?
It was in Patchogue?
No, it was
Hopog?
Hopog.
Hoppage, as
Hoppage.
Carla would call it, hoppage.
Hoppage.
Hoppig you.
It was. I just remember seeing the audience and then seeing Carney go up there with the fucking Price is Right microphone. And
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
and then he told an airplane joke, and I immediately, I think I might have turned to you, Will, and said, "I'm gonna open with a cum joke."
It seemed like the perfect place.
I was like, "There's no, this is gonna be a disaster." So
Yeah.
might as well make it funny for you guys.
But I remember the guy that ran it, the guy that the guy that allowed Pete to have the show there.
Ira.
He seemed very cool.
He was
Coincidentally, his last name was Roth, which the finance people found that hilarious.
He was Jewish, I believe.
A little bit.
No.
Yeah.
He was the maintenance guy.
No, yeah, he was.
Like
okay.
Henry Hill, only the good half.
Only-
Carla, have you seen that movie?
Probably.
Goodfellas.
Yes, I have.
Probably.
Tim and I were talking about Carla never saw Jaws, and they're playing at Long Island Brewery. They're playing the movie on big screen, drive-in, July 23rd. So we're all gonna go.
Mike said that he's been going around like all day, or he does every day. He tries to throw a Jaws reference at you, and you're just clueless.
Yeah.
I was throwing gold at her the other day. Like there was a situation just called for like 10 Jaws references. She didn't get one of them. I'm like, why isn't Saliani here right next to me?
It's just
Be
terrible.
dying.
It's just terrible.
Yeah,
She's
thank
good-
God
she's
for that Temple show though, because then Will, myself, and Tim never would have. Well, I knew Will already, but
I never would have met Mike. Yeah, that's.
I like that you tried to throw that reference at me like, oh, like, do you even know what that is? My question to you is, Tim, did you actually work on that case in the Eastern District when they tried people for the Lufthansa robbery? Because I
the
did.
Jaws case.
So
Yeah.
maybe I do know a little bit about that.
No, but I had a
I-
friend, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland. He's a ball
Yeah.
player.
I think
Also,
I
the
think-
Lufthansa robbery happened literally on the day I was born. Literally.
I think I'm familiar with the fact she's going to ignore this particular problem until it swims up and bites her on the ass.
I think so. You know what happened with the Lufthansa robbery? 11,000 men went into the water.
Yeah. You don't even know it's a plane till it takes off, and those wings roll back white.
They didn't even list that money
You go in
overdue
the
for a week.
plane
Going
goes
back to
in the
eating your
air.
chips and guac, guys.
I'll never put on an oxygen mask again.
I worked on the Lufthansa heist case.
She was Frenchy. She's the one that turns up in the garbage can.
That's Ben Gardner's plane.
FYI, our client got acquitted, though.
Uh,
Y'all don't know shit about shit.
I want the sign to say "No flying" by order of Amity FCC.
Oh, we got to do a Goodfellas Jaws mashup. That would be a hell of a movie.
No, you don't. You don't.
Oh my god.
Hey boys, you boys okay over there? Oh, you broke your cherry.
You know how I am. You know how I make my living.
Lufthansa heisting.
There's a tooth. Hey, there's a fin. What do you want, the tooth or the fin?
I'll
What
give
do
you
you
the
go-
cockpit, the fuselage, the whole damn thing.
I'm not gonna sit here and watch you cut open that Maury and watch his wig fall out all over the dock.
Carla, 1 hour of Jaws references tonight. That's what the show is.
Martin, can you do that? Who's your? I'm the commandant. I'm the midnight guy.
Hooper flies the plane.
What is that? Cessna. A what?
Oh,
What are you talking about? Wingspan crap.
that's some bad life jacket, Harry.
We know all about you, Chief. You don't use the barf bags, do you?
It's only the Earth if you look at it from the air.
Carla's just writing on the.
Carla's writing a suicide note. I think.
Anybody over here have anything interesting going?
Hey, Chief, you want to see something permanent? Right here. Turbulence, Denver Airport, Rocky Mountains.
This is my favorite segment ever of this show.
It honestly is.
So what's going on? What's going on with you, Carla? You look tan, Carla.
Was it the
You look
beach today?
tan. Yeah, you got a nice little tan going on there. You're cute.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll be deported soon, I'm sure.
You know what I did today? I worked all day.
You worked like 3 hours.
Yeah. I worked today for 3 hours. The first time I worked in 3.5 months, and I'm exhausted. I feel like I just put in a 12-hour shift.
I'm a teacher. I change a roll of toilet paper. I'm ready for a nap. I'm like,
I know, right?
put on my Disney.
I worked
Plus.
today, my first day on this new job, and probably the last.
You just told me you were going to take it.
I'm gonna take it, but they're not gonna offer me the money that I want.
Here's the thing with you. Like,
You gotta offer me a shit ton of money to work right now coming out of quarantine. Because I still got a month left on unemployment.
You know what? That backfired on you the last time. You're like, I'm gonna throw a number at them. They'll never fucking pay me. And guess what?
I know, right?
Mike's getting up at 5:30 in the morning to commute to the city.
Exactly.
What am I special? I got nothing. What am I special? What am I, a shark on wheels? I'm sorry, my brain is still back there. My bad.
My brain is always on Jaws, especially in the summertime. I watch it once a week.
All the time. All the time with the Jaws.
It's on Amazon Prime right now. I watch it once a week.
All the time. All right, get off the damn phone, Carla, and get involved in a fucking conversation.
Carla,
the conversation sucks.
Carla, you
then
look
say
good,
something,
though.
asshole.
I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while, Carla. You look good.
Oh, thank you. I'm talking to the.
Shut up. There's no talking. Get involved in the conversation that's here.
You're doing a podcast.
Yeah, well, listen. I watched a show like that once. He's producing a comedy thing in Farmingville. I don't need to see you here like this. Fair enough. I'm glad you did that.
Now you don't have to see me, fuck nuts.
In a few minutes, bitch.
Yeah, Carla, you're being a real.
Mind your P's and Q's.
Who do you think you are, Mayor Vaughn, or some kind of big shot?
Yeah, Carla, you're being a real pizza maker right now. Pizza maker, radio host.
God
so
bless.
what the hell? He is, Carla. Come join us because we're going to talk about this little comedy thing going on in Long Island where they're not paying the comedians. All right, never mind, Carla.
I'm coming. I have to
It's fine.
I love how Carla just keeps telling everyone that they're lame and the conversation sucks, but doesn't add to the conversation.
Not a thing.
What do you want me to say? Shark things. Shark. Beach something reference. Shark. Beach. Shark.
Say something interesting.
Goodfellas out of nowhere. This many bills and shark. All right.
Well, we have to do that if you're not going to add anything to the show.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
We're lame, but Carla's been looking at her phone.
Hold on,
for 20
wait.
minutes.
Tim, what are you mad about today?
I'm not mad about a goddamn thing. Get involved
So
in the
didn't you just want to say you wanted to talk about something that you were mad about, comedy something?
Oh, I'm not mad about it. I just want to talk about it. We were talking about there's a few goings on around Long Island comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't exactly call it Long Island comedy either.
Oh,
what
no?
are you
It's
talking
like
about? What are the few
Farmingdale
goings
open
on?
Like nonsense.
Open. You know we're hosting open mics right now, Mike. You realize that, right?
Yeah, and
You're bashing us.
I'm not charging people to sit in the audience at the open mics that I host and not paying the comics.
Got a point.
Yeah. I'm not charging $5 a ticket and telling the comics it's an unpaid show.
Is there like a Long Island comedy equivalent of Chop?
I hope so.
It's an autonomous comedy pub crawl.
Oh.
It's an autonomous.
Chop is gone. I'm sorry. Chop and Chaz are gone, Carla. I know she had her plane tickets ready to go.
Chaz is right there in the Zoom meeting. I see him. Her. Chaz? No?
Yeah, call me
Yeah,
Chaz.
that's good. Transphobia.
The transphobia. You look like Chaz Bono.
And you're like her, him, he, she.
Yeah,
I think she could mean all three of us.
Carla.
She might mean all three of us at this point.
Now,
I mean, that's fair.
Right?
That's a fair assessment.
I haven't shaved in over a month, and I didn't need a surgery to have bad hormones.
Yeah, so what's the deal? They went into Chaz, right? Because they were fucking with the mayor's family. Is that how that was going down?
Yeah.
what were they doing to them?
I don't remember. There was something going on where they were threatening the mayor's family or whatever. So then the mayor was like, "All right, well, you know what? Now I got to come in.
Yeah.
You fuck with my family, I'm coming to your doorstep."
Yeah. Now I have something to say that I'm being affected, but she was letting them have their own little fucking Antifa Disney World there for a couple of weeks.
Good
my
for
God, I
you,
love
Travis.
Antifa Disney
Here's
World.
for you.
Antifa Disney World. Some of the demands or some of the things that they were asking for were absolutely ridiculous. Like they
And
were
like
asking.
it's a small
Yeah.
white privileged world.
Like a-
Well, on their list,
It's a small
on their list, number 2 was
world.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
I know. I remember
What
that
are they-
sign.
A naked picture of B. Arthur.
Carla, turn down your volume just a little. Just a pinch.
A football helmet full of cottage
How about
cheese.
now?
Good.
All right.
Shampoo and soap was like the 12th or 13th thing on the list.
Right.
There was that list though that they had that
Yeah.
said.
They were asking for live chickens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could
Autonomous-
understand that.
I didn't
Who
know
doesn't need
autonomous man
live
asking for
chickens? You
things.
can have fresh eggs.
Yeah, if they
Let's
are
have
trying
old
to,
eggs.
if they are trying to live off the land, you do need land.
Yeah.
They're trying to live
And
off the land in the
chickens.
middle of a city. That's good.
Yeah, and
You need
chickens.
live chickens.
You need land and chickens.
Having trouble hitting
They
a
should've looked
curveball.
up-
I need live chickens.
They
The one
should have
with-
looked up the word autonomous before they
Yeah.
That's a
infiltrated.
fucking fair point.
All they asked for was live chickens and pumpkin seeds. They were hoping.
Clearly,
But,
they didn't watch Hamilton. They don't know
and,
how to
and
start
3
a country.
magic beans.
Yeah, bottom line is now, we were talking about before, comedians have been out of work for a long time. This is a shitty time for us. So don't take advantage of us now that you're doing comedy shows and try to get people to work for free when you're making money on the shows.
I mean, yeah.
I thought that's what it's all about, is getting comics to do 5 to 7 minutes of their best and entertain an audience, and then they get nothing to show for it.
Nothing
not-
to show for it.
So
No, that's not how things are run.
Well, you get a credit, and then on my next show, what I'm gonna do is I'll pay you, and then we'll have your headline eventually. You know, like I'm gonna get like more people and more venues, and
Oh yeah. You'll get a.
bottom line is, if you want to see a comedy show, go to a real fucking comedy club. There's 3 of them on Long Island. You can get there. The shows are great. Quality shows, good food, good drinks, fair price.
and
Don't
great
go to these
people.
one-off- and great people. It's a family atmosphere. Don't go to these little one-off stupid things because they're ripping off the customers and they're ripping off the comics.
They give you a
Go
Mr.
to,
Mike
go to a
and
comedy club to watch
stand
the comedy.
in-
They do
here's a Mr. Mike. Go stand in front of this bike shop and
it. Yeah.
go stand in front of this bike shop.
put
Or a
quarters in the meter because
garage
I'm
or
double parked
whatever.
here.
Yep.
I was
Go to-
speaking of, I was at Governor's today,
Mhm.
watching Jessica Kirsten kill it. She just
phenomenal. See that?
she's just
Real
phenomenal.
comedy.
She's phenomenal.
Real comedy, professional comic, audience gets a great show. It's a great experience. Go see comedy at comedy clubs.
And they said they think by next week they'll be opening inside.
Really?
Did they say that already? I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be the end of July. That's great.
I don't know.
news.
He said next week or the week after, so that'll be awesome.
Okay. Well, that's great news.
Comedy is back on Long Island, everybody. It's like back
Comedy-
already, but it's back. So
You know, actually, speaking of comedy being back, July 30th, there's going to be a Mike Keegan and friends on the patio out there.
Mike Keegan and frenemies.
Frenemies.
And it's going to be a domestic disturbance production. We're going to be there. And then in about 3 weeks, we'll do another one. And I'd like to ask Will Sharon if he would do my next Mike Keegan and friends.
I
Oh.
would love to, sir.
It's like
Phenomenal.
a promposal.
Yeah, it's a little promposal.
Promposal.
Will
It's
you
like
be
a
mine, Mr. Sharon?
promposal.
We
Yeah,
set
we
up
gotta
this
think-
whole Friday night podcast just so
I
we can
have
ask
to.
you out.
I have to TikTok a yes though. So this is an unofficial yes, but I'll TikTok it.
Well, we're not even on Fridays anymore. We literally just set this up so that he could propose to you.
Yeah.
at the
I
Little Room
honestly,
show.
I thought I would always be a bridesmaid, and I'm glad I paused Hamilton.
Say yes to the dress, Will. Say yes to the dress.
What's Hamilton on? Is that Disney? It's on Disney Plus.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus, yeah.
Ah.
It was fucking great, by the way. It was really good.
Like it's,
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy that I don't have Disney Plus. Like I'm gonna get Disney Plus. Like I don't understand how or why I don't have Disney Plus. I feel like we just forgot to get Disney Plus.
It's like Lincoln and Titanic. I never get to the ending part.
Of Hamilton.
Yeah,
I mean, it is long.
I don't need to see Gonzo the Great rapping. And
Well, you got to take an intermission. That's the key. Get an intermission.
They give you a minute intermission. That's not
Oh,
long.
Can't you pause it? You don't have to go on their schedule. and pause.
I couldn't slip my wrists in a minute.
No, man, I barrel right through that shit.
He does look like Gonzo, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He definitely looks like Gonzo.
Tell me, and it's nothing against the guy, but tell me, come on, they have the same eyes.
Those eyes.
It's not a. I don't think he has blue fur. I don't think he has a gray. No, I don't think he's a whatever.
Blue fur
all
matters,
things that Gonzo-
Will.
But his eyes, there's something in his eyes and his eyelids that reminds me of Gonzo.
What's the matter? Wait, you like the Titanic, Will? You said?
No, I don't know how it ends. I've never. watched
Will
it.
is a huge Titanic fan. Did you hear this?
Is that right?
I did not know.
Get through it.
Hey guys, I'm right back. I have to go pee real quick.
Oh, Mike's going to pee.
Again? Yo,
I heard every time.
Mike has like a walnut-sized bladder. We can never get through a podcast without him having to pee.
Dude,
I heard every time someone mentions Titanic, that's when he has to go to the bathroom real quick.
That's what it is. He's got an
I don't
extra
mean to-
wide stance. He really does have to take a leak every podcast.
Every podcast, like he's like, oh, I have to pee. Like I'm gonna have to start texting him. First of all, Mike's a child, right? So I have to text him like, remember to charge your iPad. Now I'm gonna have to be like, remember to charge your iPad and remember to go before the podcast. Do you have to make PBs before we go podcast? Yeah, okay. Oh, remember.
Before we go podcast.
Do you
have
still
to
cut
make
the
the
crusts
PPs?
off for him?
No,
Oh.
no.
He eats the
Pretty sad.
crust now.
I don't know what his mom does.
Oh.
I just handle podcast responsibilities. You make the PPs before the podcast and you plug in the iPad before the podcast. Okay. I'm adding to my list of things. Did you remember to propose to Will during the podcast? Did you?
Where are we on the checklist?
I think we're done now. I think we're done.
Promposed.
Promposal.
You
Well,
want PB?
clearly I forgot to say.
All right, I'm
don't
back.
make-
We're done talking about Titanic.
No, now we're talking about how before the podcast every day, every week, I'm going to remind you to make peas and charge your iPad.
I did pee. I pee a lot, but I think blood pressure medicine. I pee a lot because I take blood pressure medication. Thanks for health shaming me, Carla.
Is health shaming a thing?
Shaming me.
Yeah, it
Actually, I was bladder shaming you while you weren't here.
is. I didn't
is
wash
true.
my hands so that I can make it back in no time at all.
Go wash your hands.
No.
Ew.
I was
Ew.
I barely
Billy
touch my
James
penis.
shaming
You
you.
know what it is? When I pee, I hold my penis with my underwear so that I don't touch my penis. So it's I don't really need to wash my hands.
I thought
I
you got to
use
go to the
fabric
bathroom.
of my boxer briefs to hold my penis while I pee.
I don't know what that is.
My audio.
Weird. It's weird.
Gay!
I don't know what to say about that.
It's weird.
Okay.
That's really weird.
Yeah, so, no, it's also it saves water, so I don't have to wash my hands. I don't touch my penis when I pee. I shake it. Carla was shaming me once because I don't wipe my penis after I
Fucking,
pee.
I shake it. Okay, Eddie Money.
Will, do you wipe your penis after you pee?
What's that?
Do you wipe your penis after
Well, I was like, why did I agree to do this?
I'm a married man. I thought it was understood that married men sit down when they pee.
do you wipe it? Do you wipe it when you're done peeing? Do you wipe?
I go to the bathroom and I do what I thought everybody else does.
Will is so
But what is that?
uncomfortable.
Like, what do you do? Because I always thought, like, you guys finish peeing and then you do like a courtesy wipe to make sure there's no like droplets being caught in your underwear.
I'm at Carla's house. She's like, "Did you even
But
wipe?"
I'm not-
I'm like, "No, I peed."
I'm not going to the bathroom in my underwear though.
Yeah.
Like the
When
underwear
you're
comes
done
off,
and you pull
so-
your underwear up, like, courtesy wipe to make sure there's nothing like, left to
Well, that's
sprinkle
why I
on your
wear
underwear.
underwear to catch the 3 or 4 drops that fall afterwards.
That may be how they do it in Chaz, but
So you just run around all day. So you mean to tell me that every man I know runs around all day in urine splattered underwear and you guys are just okay with that?
oh, it's a fucking veritable Jackson Pollock down there.
That's just fine. Like you guys just pee on yourselves and no
Actually,
one ever thought that there might be a better.
It's the loom part of the
way,
fruit.
Wipe.
Am I the
like,
only
just
one
wipe.
that wears a bib when I go? With little tear off.
Urine is the least thing you should be worried about in my underpants.
That's from Taco Products. It was the little bib that tears off.
Just wipe your peen. Just
We're
wipe
always prepared for jellyfish stings.
Nobody wipes their peen. Hey, any guys that are listening, let us know in the comments whether or not you wipe your peens.
You're all nasty. You're all disgusting. Wipe your penis. Wipe it. Wipe it. Wipe it. Wipe.
No, what we got to do is shake it off, and then our underpants catch up to 2 or 3 drops afterwards.
Wipe it.
Say we pee. How many times a day do you pee? 4 or 5 times a day? 3 drops of pee, 5 pees a day. 15 drops of pee isn't a lot to get in your underwear.
That's like a full pee.
No.
That's
Yeah,
like
that's like a
15
full
drop.
pee. What you're saying right now.
15 little drops.
Yeah, like just like a little.
That's
All you
if you
need,
even
like
get
it's just
drops
it's a
in there,
tiny,
though.
it's a tiny little piece in a tiny little hole. Just you need like 2 squares of toilet paper. Just dab.
Don't tell everybody
for
I'm tiny little.
cleanliness. Just
Don't let people think I'm tiny little.
saying in general, like dicks aren't that big. Even big dicks aren't that big, and the opening is even smaller. You just need to tap with the wipe, like doop, 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 done. Clean undies.
He ain't going down with 3 pieces of paper towel, not with 3.
Maybe
That's
just a
Joe's
little
callback,
Q-tip.
Carla.
Maybe you just Q-tip it. Doop, doop, doop.
Q-tip it. Ow.
All I know is back home we got a taxidermy man. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I wipe with.
When he sees what I brung him.
When he sees what I wipe with.
So you
And then they
want to
come to the
ruin
bedroom,
you
they're
want to
like,
ruin
"Smile,
the
you son of
environment.
a bitch."
What a little comment.
Sorry.
He's a snippet.
That's
Tim's
one of my
drops are
favorite
my
drops.
Yeah. But so how are you, Will? How's everything going quarantine wise with you?
Pretty good. We're doing some stuff, projects around the house.
Nice.
We've now gotten to the point where we need contractors to actually do the real part, because we can open up walls, and I could do the other stuff, but I'm not a licensed contractor, and I know the roof.
What are you
will collapse.
doing? What's the project?
So we opened up the living room and dining room, and there's a load-bearing wall that now is just king studs, and I had to. Well, my wife actually did it. She shut off the water to the baseboard heating, and then we just have to cut the pipes, cap them, and we're gonna run because there's baseboard on either side. So now that wall is going to be gone, we're going to run the baseboard underneath the subfloor and go to the back wall where the kitchen and the dining room are. But in order for this load-bearing wall to come down, we have to put a header up. The problem is that the extension to the house, the header has to go all the way through on both sides, and you have to counter that weight in the basement, and that's more than just a me and my wife job.
I asked Mike to fix a drawer, and he actually broke it more. That's where we're at my
It's
house.
an old drawer. It's shot.
It's not.
Don't
it's
call
not.
her an
I
old
was like,
drawer.
hey, can you? I was
She's
like,
got
can you
some
fix
life
this?
left.
He actually broke it worse. Like it's worse now than when he started. And it's,
I built a bicycle for Juliana.
your dad built a bicycle for Julia.
No, he didn't. I did.
Yeah, no, he did. No, he totally did.
I did all the
Totally
legwork.
did.
Why am
Totally
I
did.
dressed up like a referee?
I don't know. I thought you got. I thought your new job
You
was a
look
Foot
good.
Locker.
You look good. But if you have a yellow handkerchief you plan on throwing at us, then you know who's playing.
I look like the referee at the hot dog eating contest tomorrow.
They're not doing that,
I
right?
thought-
I'm assuming.
Which, looking at
they
the
are.
three of us,
They
is
are.
pretty apropos that one of us could enter that hot dog eating contest.
Yeah,
Mike
exactly.
isn't that Mike's day? Like you just go. That's when you go to Coney Island and you inadvertently win the hot dog eating contest.
Oh, that's a funny joke. I should use it on stage.
I'm setting you to do material on the podcast for a change.
I don't know. I ordered this shirt on Amazon and it didn't look as referee as it
Looks
does.
like
when I wear-
Did you order it from the Foot Locker employee site?
Then I have the plain black hat, like I'm fucking calling the Army Navy game.
Is Kobayashi flying in for this one? It wouldn't be a
No
smart. It wouldn't be a
Kobayashi,
smart call.
Joey Chestnut's still the favorite. It's the over under is 72.5 hot dogs.
Jesus.
And how long?
A couple of minutes, like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something
10
like that.
10 minutes, I believe. I've already placed my bets. I bet on the under. I don't think he's going to break his record this year. I think he's going to get under 72 and a half hot dogs.
I got $5. He's gonna have a fucking aneurysm right on camera.
I know,
think
right?
with COVID, he has been able to get his training in.
Exactly. That's why I bet the under. Thank you very much.
Why can't he train? All he has to do is eat hot dogs at home.
Hot dogs aren't as accessible as they were before COVID.
But he doesn't just
because everybody who packs them got fucking COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of these professional eaters though, they competitively eat other things and train for other things.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I watched the jalapeno one that was disgusting.
But if those events have been canceled due to COVID, how much training is this guy doing on his own?
I know there haven't been as many events for him to train at.
He's just deep throating hot dogs at home.
I don't know if they're doing audience this year though.
That's his Tuesday.
But they're definitely having the contest tomorrow. It's like,
well, the New York City beaches are open, so they could have an audience.
Yeah.
Despite Brody's,
it's going to be tough to socially distance the hot dog eating. I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. If any of our listeners know what they're doing, please feel free to comment. All right.
I remember there being a guy, an African American guy that entered it. That he won. He lives somewhere upstate. And
Cheeseburger Jenkins.
Is that his real name?
There's one guy.
I remember years ago on MTV they did like a True Life or whatever. Like
I'm a competitive eater.
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
He was like Wings
or something, right?
Like yeah, and that poor guy he lives up in Buffalo.
He literally was Wings.
Yeah,
I saw the fucking
yeah, because they showed like a regular college kid that was like, gonna see. He was gonna eat like 40 wings. His first like, he's gonna eat 40 wings. He eats the most out of everyone we know. And then they showed this guy, but the guy like the poor guy like needed like a walker to get around afterwards. Like
they don't age well.
No. I'm being told that they're doing it with no audience.
They are doing it with no audience?
Yeah, Lisa Valentino just said they're doing it no audience.
Are they still going to get Seth Meyers as the announcer or whoever that guy is with the styrofoam hat?
I was going to say.
They have Bruce Buffer. Is Bruce Buffer going to be there?
The minute anybody sees Kobayashi, this poor guy's going to be dragged to a VFW hall and beaten to death.
I think Kobayashi's on a ventilator right now, Tim. So be sensitive.
Well,
Kobayashi, though, he was on that documentary. Kobayashi wears a weight belt. Over his sternum.
Sorry, Will. The documentary was like during like the heyday of Kobayashi, right?
Yeah. Over his diaphragm, he wore a weight belt over his diaphragm and lifted weights in a way that he stretched his stomach and like shifted it lengthwise. It was like crazy. Like this guy worked out only to make his stomach longer in a sense that I was
remember the Kobayashi shuffle.
Yeah.
True fact, Joey Chestnut fists himself to get ready for the event. It's true. He goes full Henson, right up to the elbow.
That's interesting because Mike fists himself while he's watching the hot dog eating contest.
This is true,
Carla. I know he does. And I stand in the corner and masturbate.
No.
I was at a restaurant out in Suffolk. I forget. It was a steak restaurant out in Suffolk. And
was it Sizzler?
It was not the Sizzler. It was a nice steak restaurant. I forget what it was called. It wasn't the I don't know.
Prime.
But what was that?
Prime.
No, it wasn't Prime.
Paces. It
wasn't like
Big Barry's. Did you just say Big Barry's?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like Big Barry's. I miss Big Barry's. Remember the little midget guy?
That
was Little Barry.
Bob's Beef and Bitches?
That was Little Enos.
No.
It wasn't like a nice steak restaurant, but it was a kind of a well-known steak restaurant. It doesn't even matter. But
Bob's
there was
Beef and Bitches. It's definitely Bob's Beef and Bitches. I've been there.
It's the Suffolk County staple.
There was a guy there, and it wasn't as far as Riverhead.
Boulder Creek?
Outback.
No, it wasn't
was
a chain.
It Outback? I love Outback.
No, it was not a chain. But so there's this guy there, and he's like a competitive eater. I guess he's a YouTuber, and he makes videos of him doing these challenges at these restaurants and stuff. And I see him, he's like getting ready. He's a big dude, a big muscular dude, and he's getting ready. And I see the steak that they give to him for the challenge, and it was just the same steak that I ordered without a potato. and I had no problem finishing the fucking steak. And then I'm like, I have an eating problem because this guy is
This guy's priming himself
training.
up, and Mike
He's
is
doing
like,
sit-ups.
you know
and
what? I'll
Bill
have
Duke's
dessert.
laughing up, tat, tat, no pain, no pain, no pain.
Exactly. I'm like, I ordered the same size steak as this guy, and he's fucking shadow boxing in the corner.
He is. And Mike's like, can we get a dessert menu over here?
Exactly.
He's carrying a yoke up Upper Brookville. Drago.
But it's so wild, like, competitive eaters, how most of them are just tiny little Japanese guys.
You almost
Literally
said
one Japanese guy.
What?
It's one Japanese guy.
No, the one in the Nathan's contest. Japanese are very popular competitive eaters.
Yeah,
they do competitive eating over there. That is the thing.
Because they say it's an insult in their culture. It's an insult to not only leave the plate with food on it, but when they know you're a competitive eater, it's a compliment to the chef that you actually like gorge yourself on whatever they want. Because that was the thing. Kobayashi, they gave him like a giant bowl of noodles, and then they showed the chef brought him more out, and the translator had said it's an insult to not finish all that. I'm like, I've been telling my wife about Carvel and my relationship with them all the time.
The meal's not over until someone's yelling clear.
Yeah,
exactly. But
until you get the hot ice cream burps that come up.
Now, I was told, along with slightly off topic, I was told that buffets will no longer be open after COVID, but our favorite sushi buffet place is open.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Wait, which place is open?
Not Minato, the other one.
The one in Oceanside?
No, the one in
Sushi?
Bayside.
In Bayside?
Yeah.
You never took me to a sushi place in Bayside.
Oh,
that's because we love that place.
Snap.
Oh shit!
It's
But
called
is it buffet
Mizumi.
style, or
It's
is
called
it-
Mizumi.
Is it buffet style, or is it just all you can eat?
It's buffet style. It's like literally like they have all the sushi out, and you just go and grab it up.
Really? I didn't know that was.
That's an
allowed.
option.
I thought I had read that all buffets are going to be closed going forward because of COVID.
Yeah, there's Chen's Buffet in Levittown. If it doesn't open in 6 months, I'm just going to kill myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys think I'm kidding? Also,
Mark your calendar, folks.
6 months to the day, guys.
Seriously, you're gonna pee yourself to death. You're gonna gorge yourself to death. How's this gonna go down?
At least the day that you kill yourself, make sure you wipe so that you'll be wearing clean underwear. You don't embarrass your mother.
if I kill myself, I'm not wearing underwear.
And you can see it
gotta wear
happen
clean
live
underwear.
at Governor's on a Mike Keegan and Friends show.
He's gonna give you a red card too.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
man.
gonna Arpa Dwyer him right after a set.
Hey man, nice meal.
God bless. God bless.
God bless.
Yeah.
Lots of prayers.
Hey, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend got pinched, huh?
Jerry
yeah.
Epstein.
Jerry Epstein. Because you know what it is? I get Jerry Sandusky and Jeffrey Epstein mixed up all the time.
I mean, why
one
wouldn't
is
you?
boys, one is girls. It's not
Well, that
hard.
also goes back to your days at Penn State. You know,
Yeah.
you try to block
Exactly.
it. I don't blame you.
It was also
When
a hell of a
I used
daycare
to
center
lurk
they
in the
ran.
showers to get the guy to touch my nuts. But Ghislaine Maxwell in jail.
Is that
That
really
she
how you
told me
pronounce
after
it? Is that how it's pronounced? Ghislaine?
No,
Gis-
Ghislaine.
Pronounced Ghislaine, which actually sounds like the name of the street that Jeffrey Epstein should have lived on.
When
That
I
was-
met her, she told me her
What's
name
your
was
address,
Ghislaine.
sir? Oh, it's 237 Ghislaine. Follow the Girl Scout troop.
Yeah, I like telling jokes. It's...
I believe her name is
Why
pronounced
do you
Ghislaine.
insist on doing material on the podcast?
Listen, when
It's
he
the
posted
only
that,
part
that
of
was
it
some
I
funny
haven't
shit.
On stage yet, Carla. Not material if I haven't used it on stage yet, Carla.
That is true.
The
He
Windows
posted that,
Tuesday.
and that was some funny shit when he posted it. That was.
Yeah.
I
so
posted
you
it on
posted
Ben
it already,
Shapiro's
so
page
you're just
also.
like regurging shit onto the podcast.
He's working stuff out.
You know,
I never
Yeah.
heard it.
I'm spitballing, babe. I posted that also on Ben Shapiro's Facebook page and got a lot of reactions.
From Ben Shapiro.
Not from Ben Shapiro. He doesn't pay attention to me.
That
That's it.
picture of you
Straight
at
north.
Chelsea Clinton's wedding
Isn't that
was
hilarious?
probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I copied you, and what I did was I added my sister and my brother-in-law. I added their heads in the background, and I sent it. My parents are visiting them, and I sent it to them. I'm like, oh my God, did you see this picture? And like, yeah, we saw it. I was like, no, look closer. Like, yeah, we saw it. I was like, zoom in. Trust me, zoom in. And then finally,
It sucks when they don't get the joke and you gotta.
yeah.
Darren Dillon superimposed his head on Chelsea Clinton's head also. That was pretty funny. Darren Dillon's a good dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You see, it's the other day there was a vote between Sunkiss and Orange Crush. And
Yeah.
I think I'm a Sunkiss guy.
So am I.
I don't do the orange soda, but if I had to, I would go the Mexican one, the Mandarin Jarritos.
Of course you would.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Was that
Fanta.
Huevos Rancheros? What?
Mexican soda is far superior. Everyone knows that because
Oh, everybody
they use
knows that
real
Mexican
sugar.
soda is way better.
I thought Fanta was from Mexico. No.
I thought Fanta
South
was what they
America?
sold in Germany to not sell Coca-Cola to the Nazis.
Well, you'd know
I
better.
thought they just had Fanta in East LA. I like my old classic Faygo. I'm a big Faygo guy.
That's the second Insane Clown Posse reference of the day.
Of the day, yeah, but I've made two Clown Posse references today.
Can I ask you
Yes,
what?
yes, Mike. We all know you're a Fago, but I don't think you're allowed to say that.
What kind of
Whoa.
music is Insane Clown Posse?
Lame.
Is it rap or
Sucks.
like
Yeah, it's
Metal?
clown rap.
It's like rap rock, only terrible.
it's clown
Huh?
rap?
It's
Like
clown rap.
Yo, step on my shoes and honk my nose. I'll be throwing Fetty all over the hose.
Have you ever been to a gathering of the Juggalo? This is the music that
Who the
plays
fuck has
continuously.
been to a gathering of the Juggalos?
So it's basically Max Rebo and the whatever they were. The
You know what, though?
light bulb head
Juggalos are good people.
They are. One of my best friends is a Juggalo. Pete, Carla loves Pete. My friend Pete's a Juggalo,
Love Pete.
and he's got all the ICP tattoos on him. He had a little falling out with the Juggalos a few years back, but he's back. He's been going to ICP shows.
He had a falling out. What was the
so
falling
what-
out about?
What makes
He
a
won't
Juggalo
tell
a
me.
Juggalo?
One of my best friends, he won't tell me about the fallout that he had with the Juggalos.
Was
He used
it?
to hang
Did
out
it
with
take
Violent
place at a
J.
gathering?
Yes. But he used to hang out on the tour bus with Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope.
You know what? Like, comics get paid really well to do that gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried does it all the time.
Does he?
We love him.
What makes a person a Juggalo?
They love the Insane Clown Posse enough to call themselves Juggalos. I think that's basically it.
But isn't that the video where they're like rave dancing to Mariah Carey? All I want for Christmas is you.
I don't think so. I think those are just goth people. Those
I
are just
believe-
like
Goth
goth
people.
You
They go,
also
whoop, whoop,
have to
whoop,
kick
whoop,
an Eminem
whoop.
fan in the
Yeah.
balls.
Don't try this at home. This for my Juggalo.
Whoop.
And the girls are what? Juggalettes? Juggalinas?
Juggalettes.
Juggalettes.
Mhm.
That guy's great on Twitter. This one goes out to all my Juggalos and Juggalettes. Don't try this at home. Whoop, whoop.
That guy's the best. What's his name? Shit. Superhuman
Superhuman.
with 2 M's.
I am going to jump on this barbed wire and fluorescent light bulbs and then run into my shed 5 times until I knock myself out. Just goes out to my Juggalo.
Shit.
That's great. He looks like they stretched out Peter Dinklage like another 3 inches.
He was on Tosh.0. It was a good episode.
Oh yeah, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. Villachet.
Harvey?
Dinklage. You what? Because I was thinking of Peter Dinklage when he was
Hervé Villachet.
That movie's great.
Harvey.
I want
Not
to
Harvey,
talk
it's
to
Harvey.
the, I want to talk to the women.
Exactly, Harvey Village.
Poor guy.
I just want a massage while I take a shit.
I was hanging out with Sylvester Stallone, and he told me about his wonderful table he has at his house, made of the finest glass from France, from Provence.
Gwyneth, come here and pick my toenails.
I don't even remember who played Ricardo Montalban on that.
It was who Who did play
It's a big name though. Who?
I'm trying to think. It was. Who the hell was it?
Guys, once again, I literally have no idea what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
Fantasy Island.
Herve Villachet, the little guy tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Yeah. So who
They
played Ricardo Montalban where?
Well, Peter Dinklage played Herve Villachet in a movie about his life, and they cut to parts of how, like Fantasy Island, he got blown up, how his career took off, and then he got The Man with the Golden Gun, and James Bond.
I was alongside Christopher Lee. He has all the women.
You do a great Hervé
This
Village.
is a very good Hervé Villages.
Yeah.
Carla could not get us. Dude, this is literally us while you were talking about eyelashes 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you guys didn't have chips and guac to get you through it. I do.
No, that is true. I did not.
Yeah.
I just had a
I don't think
crushed
Carla's
soul.
looked at the camera once.
She hasn't. She's been chips and guac.
Yeah.
Carla,
Chips and
I
guac,
am
chips
very
and guac.
sorry that I don't have chips and guac. I was sharing with you.
Didn't he try to kill himself like a bop gun or something?
Yeah. Yep.
Like a slingshot?
He tried to kill himself.
Stab
missed
himself
his
with
own
a
head.
cheese knife or something?
I feel like totally confused with this episode. Like I don't know what's going on in the comments. I don't know what's going on in the actual podcast.
Well, pay attention to one or the other, and then you won't be confused.
I'm trying, but I just don't know where you guys are going with this stuff.
Listen,
I'm looking
Where
it
are you
up.
going? Carla, what do you want to talk about? Let's go. Let's
I don't have anything in particular. I just feel a little lost. That's all.
You
I'm
want-
listening to you guys and I'm eating my chips and guac. I'm enjoying it.
you wanted to do a bonus episode tonight, which I was totally fine with. I was going to watch a movie called Butt Boy. Literally a movie called Butt Boy.
So was I. I was gonna make a movie called
And
Butt
it
Boy.
wasn't even a gay porn. That's how bad that is. And supposedly it's very good. And you know what it's about?
Well, with a title like that, yeah.
It's about children who go missing, and a detective tracks down a guy who literally swallows people up his ass.
Oh my god, that's
Oh
awesome.
my God, Mike.
What's that on? I will watch that right now.
I didn't know you were in a movie. There was a movie about you, Mike.
I don't swallow people in my ass, Carla.
All right.
I mean,
I guess you're not ready to talk about it.
they're
then.
not
Yeah,
people till
again-
they're born, right?
Again, my audio's cut out. I thought I heard human centipede or something.
If I could swallow people into my ass, Carla would be long gone.
Rude.
Mike's asshole is just a black hole. It just sucks in whatever.
I'm not sure if that's like very
the new
sweet
drop,
or
Tim.
very rude.
Isolate that one, Tim. That's your new drop.
Mike's asshole is a black hole, yeah.
Andy Garcia, by the way, played Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Well, I mean, we just talked about everything that happened this week on Tuesday. So, like, what the fuck else has gone on?
I need a
Nothing.
haircut. I was gonna get one today, but they made me go to work.
The shed was closed.
The shed was closed. I worked all day today, guys. It's brutal.
Dude, it was 2 hours.
It went down an hour.
Brutal.
It went
Will,
down.
Yeah.
have you heard you got the inside track. Have you heard anything about schools reopening in September?
Yeah, in the city they are, yeah.
They are definitely.
Yeah.
5 days.
For now. Well, for now, they just said that it's going to be open and everyone in the building mandatory wear masks. But things could change. Like every day, something changes. The one thing we know for sure is that nothing is certain. 'Cause
So
we-
even the
You're
kids have
wearing
to
the
wear
masks
masks?
over our eyes so we can't see what's going on.
yeah, I follow Roddy Piper around with his sunglasses. I catch the up and up.
Even the kids would be wearing masks?
Yeah. Yeah,
Starting
so-
at what age?
Well, I am assuming it's all city schools, so that's pre-K through 12.
I'm just wondering how you get the kids to comply.
Well, that's
Like
the
small
thing.
kids.
So right now, nothing is definite. So like whatever something was announced yesterday or 2 days ago that I think it was yesterday that the September is, right now they plan to open in September, and as it were, if we open in September, any student in the building has to wear a mask. Any faculty, staff, anyone in a building has to wear masks. they haven't confirmed yet how many people will be in there. So there's multiple options for the schools, and nothing is confirmed. We won't know what's going to happen. One idea was that you would have like a third of the kids come in a couple times.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and so you would have like say like if you, Mike, and Tim are my students, Tim might be one of the third that is they come in Monday, Tuesday, and then Friday if they need to come in for enrichment, they would come in. Mike might be the other third that comes in Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, if necessary, someone in Mike's group and someone in Tim's group, if I really feel they needed to come in, would. And then the other third would be
Mike and Tim definitely need extra help there.
I would
I'd be the
absolutely
one that comes in every day without a fucking mask because I'm a goddamn American.
I am team enrichment.
But then the other third of the kids never come in. That Monday through Friday, they're always home. Now, supposedly the survey that was sent out to parents in the city, supposedly 25% of parents are in favor of their kids staying home, which I find kind of hard to believe.
I find that hard to believe too.
But also where we are, for lack of a better, we are glorified daycare many times. There are parents that if it's not 2 feet of snow and we're canceled, there are parents that they do need to send their kids in because that they can't have them home and they need to work. So it is understandable why our school, it might seem like maybe 70%, and I'm making that up.
And your school,
yeah, no, I'm making that number up, but it's understandable why.
What are you, a Democrat?
Me, no.
Making numbers up?
Yeah, I know all.
Shut up, Mike. We're grown-ups are talking right now.
But it would make sense though that across the board, that 25%, because you have different areas and there's different needs of parents. But I would have thought it would have been much higher than a fourth.
I would have thought that too.
Yeah, but again,
I would have thought it would be at least 50% that were uncomfortable having their kids go to school.
Yeah, but again, all this could change because they teachers were surveyed, all staff were surveyed. What are your feelings? And we didn't get any of that information out.
What are your feelings as a teacher?
Well, as a teacher, I do very much miss being in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Online learning, like I'm lucky that I co-teach and we had a lot of support from our administration, and there's a lot of great resources out there to use. But I also didn't want a job where I'm sitting at a desk on the computer all day. Like I had a job like that and I changed careers because I wanted to be more effective and get more out of life, for lack of a better word.
You're doing God's work, Will.
You saw the movie 187 and all of a sudden.
I'm curing kids. Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, they deserve to die. I've got the.
How do I get through to these kids?
Yeah.
Will Sharon is Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I'm like James Belushi too. I have a motorcycle helmet that says El Principal.
Dude, the fucking principal rules.
Yo, he's a principal, man. Yeah, I'm the principal, man.
Who was that? Louis Gossett Jr. was in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best lines. He kills the one kid. The kid comes up Sam, and all he says, "You ever play football, boy?" And it's not even a football move. He just like throws him over his shoulder.
Yes.
Like, like the cannonball, the sweep like Reggie White. You literally just threw him over your shoulders. And I remember the kid's laying there. He's like, his body's
twitches.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Will just jerks off to lean on me after a long day at school.
He does.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I had an interview at a school where that principal, the guy that was modeled after, that guy's job basically was
Crazy Joe.
Up. Yeah. It kills your brain cells, son. I taught in a school very similar to that.
Yeah.
Where they needed Crazy Joe big time.
Well, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about going back, like bringing the kids back? Because you're a teacher, you're also the husband of a teacher, and you're a dad. So, like, where are you at with that? Like, are you comfortable having your kids go back? Just
yes and no. If right now the Long Island districts, we haven't heard anything on what they're going to do next year. and it's gonna be interesting to see because my kids go to two different schools. They're in two different buildings. One's in junior high, one's in elementary school. So I would think that in our district they're gonna do the same thing. But I know from my younger kid, he definitely needed a full year of being in the classroom, just because he was in kindergarten. The last 3 months.
They need the social aspect of that too, man.
Yeah.
That's detrimental to kids to just sit at home and be homeschooled. They got to be out. They got to be with their friends.
I mean, and my daughter is older, and kids that are in the younger grades, it's much tougher. But I mean, as a parent, you have the discipline of getting them through it, but they need that structure in the classroom and the interaction socially, like you said, and they need to start building those relationships when they're in the building.
These are their formative years, yeah.
Yeah, and I also understand though that there are parents that are going to panic and want to keep their kids home or say, "Oh, it's nothing," and send their kids in. Right now, we haven't really thought about, because school ended a week ago, so we haven't really digested or really what the next steps are with our school, because we don't know, and part of me definitely wants to go back. But I know what we're going back to will never be how it used to be.
Nope.
And there are kids that I teach that do need to be in the classroom, and that do they need it, because there's early signs of depression that are coming up in kids, especially I'm a middle school teacher, and these are things
kids need to run around. They need to play.
Yeah, they need to play on each other.
November 4th, we won't even remember coronavirus. So
shut up.
But I think though that it is something that even if it does continuously come back, or continually, which word it is, if it does come back every year, and it's similar to the flu in that there's a season when it usually comes back. I think it's something we will, over time, we will get used to, but I don't think education or any work will ever be the same.
No, definitely
going forward.
And it doesn't seem like it's a seasonal thing based on what we're seeing down south right now. And fucking people are idiots, like the Alabama kids having bug parties.
Yeah, but they're what are they, 49th or 50th? I mean
that's fair.
It's
but
Alabama.
They still have two legs. They can travel. Will.
Who cares? They don't though. They don't leave Alabama.
Where are they?
It's fine.
Where are they
Let them just
from
do
the
it.
mud hole to the creek? Where are they traveling?
Who cares? They're not. They don't leave the state. He's 100% right. They don't leave the state.
They do.
They used to have bug parties with AIDS too.
I know.
Yep. Have we discussed that on the show?
We did discuss that on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Bug chasers. We discussed that, but like, I can't believe that this is a thing where these kids are having these fucking parties to see who can catch the COVID.
There's always going to be idiots. It's
fucking Alabama.
But there's even videos like all you need to see is one video to cause panic. Even if it could be a video from 10 years ago. Like, I think of What About Bob, right? When Bill Murray in the beginning has a tissue for everything. Like, he's got a tissue to open the door, almost a different tissue for the elevator.
Baby steps on the bus.
If you think the video of there's a guy that's he takes a bite of an apple and puts it back, right?
Yeah.
Or there was one of the lady that was touching every appliance at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Or the lady that sneezes and snot rockets and grabs and flings on the bananas in the supermarket, right?
Yeah.
That video could have been 10 years ago. It's still 100% relevant today, but it's causing more panic today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love the panic.
Fucking scary.
Yeah.
They love the fear mongering.
I mean, COVID is something to be fearful of, Mike. You had double pneumonia, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, remember that time when Mike could barely speak because he couldn't breathe?
And remember when I recovered 99.7% of the people that get it?
Great. Remember when he could barely talk?
Let's focus on the real people that killed people.
Let's focus on what I like to call the good old days when Mike could barely talk. That was
your buddy Cuomo, who killed people in nursing homes, and all the hydrochloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine.
If this was late March, he couldn't even get these words out. Can you imagine? The joy,
Yeah,
the joy I had in late March.
But then I recovered like 99.7% of the people who got it, and I lived my life.
I know.
Like a fucking
I
American.
know, but he was so quiet for like 2 weeks. He was so quiet.
So
nice.
let me ask you.
It
So
was nice.
so all three of you have been exposed to it, right?
Yeah.
Have the doctors, if assuming you've all been to the doctor, have they said like if you do get it again, like will your symptoms be the same, more severe, less?
They don't know.
Literally no
They
idea.
don't know.
Literally
I was
no
at
idea.
my doctor last week, and she's like, we don't know. Nobody knows.
They
No,
said
we don't, if you
the
can get it again or what
antibodies.
the symptoms are going to be. I have a high antibody count. Actually, Tim had like a super high antibody count, right? Was it you or?
They say that
17.5.
antibodies only last like 3 to 4 months. So
Yeah.
Well, that's what they say, and then they're going to say, "Oh, we were wrong," or "We didn't know." So it's just, it's being scared. Which
initially they were scared.
So,
now they're saying that's not the
rightfully
case.
so. People are scared, but are you just going to keep being scared because they keep giving you different information every fucking week? Now I'm just going to live my life. If something happens, it fucking happens. You want to live forever? I'll go fuck myself.
Tim, was your antibody count higher because you had it more severe?
I mean, I'm guessing that's the case. I was never on a vent or anything like that. It just turned my blood to ragu. I don't know if you catch it again. I don't know if it's gonna give me the same symptoms. I'm worried about when they tell me I can go off blood thinners if I catch this fucking thing again, and it's just, here I am again, fucking throwing clots.
Yeah.
My body just is like fucking. I hate the fact that I set myself up for that, but it's true.
That's great though.
Yeah. We don't know anything. It's still fucking frightening out there. And yes, videos could be from forever ago, but like, it's then giving people ideas of doing the same stupid shit.
Right. It's almost like the law of sausages. Like you don't want to know how it's made, and
yeah, exactly.
No, that's exactly right. Listen,
I don't want to think.
I didn't know that was called the law of sausages. I did not know that.
Yeah, or the rule of sausages. It's one of the.
I think it's the rule of sausages.
Carla follows a different rule of sausages.
Yeah, don't touch them unless they work. That's my rule of sausages. You gotta wipe your shit.
I think it's called la carta de chorizo.
That would be the letter of sausages. The letter of sausages.
Well, see, but these guys in translation, it's lost a little,
Yeah.
It means I'm content to be an idiot.
the letter of sausages. That's what Carla says to Mike in bed.
I don't know.
Well, going forward, I'm going to tell him, did you wipe? Did you
And it's always going to be no, because I'm not a girl.
And did you remember to wipe? You got to wipe.
No.
Wipe your shit.
I don't have to wipe my penis.
Wipe your penis. Wipe it.
No, I'm not going to wipe my penis for you.
Wipe it. Maybe take a Q-tip to it.
And that was at
clean that shit.
10402. Okay. I'm working on a Carla and Mike soundboard. It's my favorite fucking thing ever. I'm not gonna wipe my penis for you.
Yeah. You're lucky I wiped my ass. I spent a week in Cancun where I would just shit and then jump in the ocean. I didn't use toilet paper for a whole week.
What were you trying to give it back to Montezuma?
He ran in the water. I can go slow ahead. Come down and chum some of this shit.
I can go slow ahead. I thought you had one of your bitches in here. Got all these hot book stacks.
I see you got your galoshes, Chiefy.
Your rubbers.
Yeah, you got your rubbers.
Hope you brought your rubbers.
Well, it proves one thing, Mr. Hooper. It proves you know the two things. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
You go in the water. Mike goes in the water.
Money all your life.
Mike shit in the water. Farewell and adieu.
To fair Spanish maidens.
It's fucking so terrible. What do you think about this, Carla? He's wiping his ass in the ocean.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
But he's not. He's just going in the ocean and assuming that the salt water takes, but he's not even wiping, and he's
No.
just going in there.
Well, I use my hand.
Ah, dude.
You are taking this 3-shell system way too far, sir. Carla
Seaweed?
doesn't know what the
I don't
fuck
know. What is it? That's actually Jaws.
Is Carla's frame frozen, or is she just judging?
Carla's frame was frozen in the absolute "I detest you fucking people" pose. It was the greatest. Have you run out of chips, Carla?
I got another good fella Jaws one. Hey, you know where I can find a good restaurant? Yeah. No. Go in there. Yeah. No.
Karen, that's the last toilet paper we had, Karen.
Nice to meet you, Chief. My daughter tells me you're half tiger shark. Only the good half.
Oh God, I hope the people listening have seen Jaws.
Or Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's my favorite thing ever. Holy shit.
Oh, we should make a Jaws podcast.
Chief Brody, yes. I heard a girl was attacked last week, and you knew. You got some nerve. Who do you think you are, Frankie Valli, or some big shit? Hey, you see this kid? You deliver mail to his house? One more letter from that school goes there. Farewell and adieu to you. Unbelievable. You used 7 barrels on this shark. We got to toughen him up.
I used to park boats for Frank Silva, the harbor master.
Big up Frank Silva. That guy, the best part is when that guy comes out, they must have told that old man, listen, get out, turn left, turn right, and walk off the scene. And that old man comes out like
shitty grin, dude.
That guy, that's like Johnny Brightwaters or something. Like, you go to any dock in Brightwaters or Westside, there's a dude like that's been in World War II that has a story for every fish in the Shinnecock Bay.
Hey, Carla's caption's actually pretty funny. Checking Tinder.
Yeah, that was hysterical.
Oh, man.
Oh, Mr. Hooper, that's the USS Lufthansa heist.
Oh, Hooper!
The mission was so secret. The mission was so secret. Even Paulie didn't know about it.
You think Mayor Vaughn tells his wife everything?
Let Frankie 2 times do the printing.
Can we stop at the Amity diner? I gotta get a cheese Danish for Ellen.
Gotta get a cheese Danish. How you doing over there, Carla? Find anything? No?
Carla just totally gave up, huh?
She totally gave up.
No, I'm eating my chips and guac. Mind your P's and Q's. There's like nothing good on Tinder. I'll try again later.
You're not going to find anything better on Tinder than this right here, baby.
I'm also not going to find anything worse.
You say I'm funny, everyone goes, huh? What? I'm a clown. We got a problem on our hands on the 4th of July.
Oh, that's fucking
I just watched Jaws 2 days ago. Now I want to watch it right now. Carla, the 23rd, though. Double dates? Triple dates?
I already said I'm not going.
Why not?
Because it's going to suck.
I'm going to suck. Will, July 23rd, they're showing Jaws at the Long Island Brewery if you want to.
Yeah. I wanted to go.
All my life, I always wanted to be chief of police of Amity.
You and Tim are just going to be like this during the movie. You're like, blah, 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 and it's going to be annoying.
Oh, that is a fucking. Let's see, what was that? That was
one night. Bobby Darin sent over a case of peach apricot brandy.
All right, Carla, are you done?
He made it himself.
No.
What? As Henry Hill is bringing her in instead of as he's walking around. You know how they walk through the
Yeah.
Tropicana or whatever.
Yeah, they go through the kitchen.
As walking, you don't hear Jerry Veal. You hear. Tell her you love her, my heart. You hear the tuba instead.
Oh shit.
You got city hands. Yeah, I'm a union delegate.
What's the problem, Henry Hill? Been doing construction all your life.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Carly, you have fun? Comment.
Anything else going on, Carla? What do you want to talk about? All right. Terrific. This is awesome. This was fun.
Yeah, this was a good time. I'm glad that we decided to do the extra show. And Will, thank you so much, man, for coming and hanging out.
Thank you. Thanks for having me
Hope
on. I love you guys' show.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, absolutely.
love having you on. This
invitation,
is-
Will.
The
Guys, what
past
did we
couple
learn
shows have been
today?
really fun.
What did we learn today? Jaws is the most annoying movie ever. Mike doesn't wipe his ass or dick. What else?
If you want me wiped so bad, Carla, you wipe me.
Will is made very nervous by the talk of wiping.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
And Tim's blood is like, gooey, delicious sauce
It
involving
is.
mushrooms and
It
peppers.
is rather
It's
thick. I'm
it's
stirring
the
it. I'm
medium
stirring
sauce.
it.
Tim's blood is like the medium sauce at Vincent's Clam Bar.
Yeah. Tim, when you cry, is there like a little mushroom that like goes down your eye, a little tiny mushroom and a little pepper?
I'll give you a little tiny mushroom.
Yeah, I know. I know. And apparently it's not wiped.
An unwiped mushroom.
Yeah. Everybody knows you're supposed to wipe mushrooms. Yeah. Wipe it. Wipe that
Wipe
tiny
your
mushroom.
mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen. If you've learned one thing tonight, wipe your mushrooms.
Wipe your tiny mushroom, Mike. Wipe it. Wipe that shit.
Why? That's not how you get the hallucinogenic trip, Carla.
Yeah. Yeah, the psilocybin comes right off.
It comes right from the tip. Come on.
Yeah.
My kids.
What kind of drugs do you take?
I love you, half Mick, half Gibby.
Carla drinks it right from the tap.
I'll sing to you like Italian. Farewell and adieu to you fair, French ladies, French ladies.
Well, show me the way to go home. Thank you, guys.
No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it like a real Italian. Yeah, how you doing? So we're doing this thing. Hold on a second. How you doing?
like-
This is me from the Me Show. We're doing this thing, and it's gonna be great. And sorry.
Wait, are you Italian or are you Adam Sandler? Are you the
So
Italian?
stop looking at me, Swan.
A turkey for you, a turkey for me.
It's good for me. You
It's,
protect me.
It's too hot for a penguin to be walking around here all the time.
It's Nudie Magazine Day.
Just give it a little tap, a tap-a-roo.
Little tap-tap-a-roo, eh? Go to your home, ball.
Hey, that's high quality H2O and comedy.
That's high quality H2O. You take it right in your asshole, eh?
I'd like to give a shout out to the makers of Tostitos and the Finnish Long Drink for getting me through this show, and the makers of Scott Tissue. Get these guys wiping. Thanks.
And don't forget for your guac.
Mind your P's and Q's. It's actually fresh guac made by Isabella. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'd like to thank Isabella and Has Avocados from Mexico.
How is the
Gracias.
buffalo chicken dip Isabella made?
Fucking amazing. Isabella's on some like making a homemade dip kick, and she made
Good.
buffalo chicken dip yesterday. It was amazing. She made guacamole today. Excellent.
Could she make me a 7-layer taco dip tomorrow?
Probably not. No.
I think 4 of those layers, you're gonna jump in the ocean.
Yeah. Not after she learns you don't wipe.
No, he goes to
She
the
knows I
ocean
don't
to wipe
wipe.
it off.
It's disgusting. Now you can't come to the beach with me.
How do you think Aquaman does it?
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Mike's a low-key
I don't-
superhero.
Is it? Didn't we already talk about the law of sausages? I don't want to know how Aquaman shits.
Aquaman gets some
I
seaweed
like
to
to,
come by.
in
he
my
goes,
head, I like to think men don't have assholes and don't shit, because if I think of you guys, your buttholes and shitting, like then I actually won't even want to talk to you or be near you guys.
I think
I'm
we
like-
exclusively do all the shitting.
In my
Unfortunately, I do
mind,
have
I
an
like
ass-
to pretend you guys don't have buttholes. That's
I don't.
That's how
I
I, see
don't.
you guys.
I'm like Beldar from Coneheads.
Yeah, in my mind, I pretend you guys don't have buttholes because I can't.
Unfortunately, I do have an asshole, and she's on the bottom right corner of my screen.
I thought it was that thing right underneath your nose.
And there's the domestic disturbance part of this.
Well, we did it, folks. We did it.
Yeah, Carl, you woke cuck.
You woke cuck.
Woke tard, woke cuck.
He goes from 0 to McGinnis in 0.2 seconds.
All right. Well, this was fun. This is a four of. Well, I'm one person, but you three are three of my favorite people. I'm obviously one of my favorite people.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I love this
English, motherfucker.
I love
do
this
you
episode
speak it?
too. This is the episode where we decided to see other people. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been waiting for this episode for 3 years. 3 years.
Carl, with your Tinder profile must not like Jaws or Goodfellas.
Yes. Must wipe peen.
That's so cute that you waited to cheat. I like that about you. That's cute. I like that. That's cute.
All right, kids.
I remember when this love was blossoming.
That's right.
I was so hoping that you two guys would get together because you're two of my favorite people.
That's right. I remember having discussions with Will at the bar.
I can't wait for the investigative Discovery Channel show about the murder-suicide that's going to take place.
I wouldn't kill myself.
This is definitely a Deadliest
didn't
Women
say.
episode.
And I'll feed him to sharks. There'll be no body. It'll be fine.
When they come to me for all the
It was
footage.
obviously a heart attack.
Huh?
Carl's gonna be like, "Look at him. It was obviously a heart attack." And then, meanwhile, you've been pouring bleach in my dinner 3 nights a week.
Like
I'll
Joe
just smother you with a pillow, and everyone will think you died of COVID pneumonia. It's
Like
fine.
Joe-
All of a sudden,
Your boots
Haley
out of
Joel
Trump's
Osment is
lip.
showing up at Carla's house.
Mike was fed to the sharks, but like Joe Exotic, his work boots smelled like chum slick. I don't know. He said he just went for a swim.
This is no boating accident.
This was
I'm like,
no
here-
boating accident.
Here, Mike, put this sunblock on. It's just sardine oil. Here you go.
Wasn't it wasn't the Lucchese family,
It wasn't the Luke Cage.
and it wasn't Tony 2 times. It was Pete the Killer, Sally Balls' brother.
Will, so
Yeah, that's it.
let's bring it back full circle because your Jaws conversation's annoying to me. What's up with the cookies? Can I have one?
Yeah.
Can you show us one?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Oh boy.
Was everyone listening before? Will's got a cookie dealer, and it's not the same kind of cookie dealer I have in Brooklyn.
What do I do?
His
Stop
are
video?
like good for kids. Hmm?
Yeah, stop video and then you come back.
What do I do? Stop video. I can't believe it's I heard about this online thing, the My Cookie, whatever it is.
They have an ice cream one too.
Checking Tinder. Good
Now
God.
it's just me and Tim talking about cookies and ice cream.
I'm still here.
Gay!
Just the way I like it.
Oh my god, dude! Yesterday I went to pick Juliana up at daycare, and they were playing on the playground outside.
Yeah.
So I'm like waiting for her because Carla was getting her. But meanwhile, I was just standing right outside of the playground, just staring at the kids playing, not looking like I had one of the kids there for like a good 8 minutes until I realized how incredibly creepy I looked.
Yeah, you're a creep.
Will's back.
Okay, so I got so it's called Mike. I am not getting endorsed. I'm not getting paid by them to say this. So
Yeah, right.
on Instagram, they're called My Cookie Dealer, right? They're based out of like Smithtown, but you can only order online through their Instagram account. So every Wednesday and Saturday around noon, like about 10 minutes beforehand, they say what the flavors are going to be that day, and then around noon, like 12 or 1, they release their cookies. And it's a limited edition, so it's like Summer Jam, Jingle Ball, and whatever other concert you don't or might want to go to in one. They sell out, like you get anxiety. They sell out so quick. So this
you have to find out like how many of these pictures have a street sign in it, and to prove you're not a robot.
Yeah. Well, the first time you do, yeah,
crosswalks.
But once you add them into your cart, if they're selling out, people can take them out of your cart. So this is the.
So it's like a StubHub.
I'm looking at these right now, and these s'mores cookies. I will Venmo you money right now to add my s'mores cookies to my order.
What in the fuck is that?
Dude, it's a half a pound.
That's a massive cookie. That's ridiculous.
Dude, that's a meteor.
Dude, it feeds 4 people. It's like a half a softball.
What flavor is that?
The OG. So it's just a chocolate chip cookie with chips and then chocolate big chunks.
Yo, I want the s'mores cookie right now. I want it in my
What's
face.
the consistency?
We have the s'mores. Good. Yeah. So when you get them, if you're not going to eat them that day, definitely freeze them. And then they tell you on here either bake it for like 5 to 10 minutes at 350, or we put them in a microwave for like 45 seconds.
What about putting them in the air fryer?
I haven't done that.
These rainbow cookies look amazing.
So they sold out. They sold out Wednesday in under 2 minutes because I added rainbow cookies, the one with the red, white, and blue M&Ms. This is called the ET Phone Home.
Whoa, Jesus!
Right? Look at that bad boy.
Is that Reese's
Pieces? My cookie dealer. Yeah. Can we get some free cookies, or at least can we get early access to the cookies? I'll take early access.
My ass, hook me up. I'm the one who told you about it.
I'm just saying, we're putting it on the podcast.
So this
free
one,
advertising.
Chocolate chips.
To our millions of fans.
To our 4 fans. That's like 4 orders of cookies.
The ET's got Reese's Pieces, chocolate chips. I think it has peanut butter or fudge or something in the middle. This one we tried today. This one was insane. This is called the chocolate wand. Look at this.
Oh,
that's like.
Hey, excuse me, guys. I'm gonna have to go wipe my mushroom right now.
So
it's the chocolate wand that did it, right?
This one's chocolate with chocolate chips and walnuts, and dude, so good.
That's a trip to the ocean right there for sure.
This is. So last 2 weeks ago, my co-teacher told me about it. She's young and she's hip.
Young and hip.
Yeah. So she's the one that told me about it. She's like, I bought a couple. You can buy 10 or you can buy 20, but you can mix and match. But you can't buy less than 10 or between 10 and 20. So one of her neighbors, she's like, oh, get me like 2 or 3, and once you get your 10, I'll pay you for the 2 or 3 that I wanted. So I was like, what? She goes, they're on Instagram. She's like, it's the coolest thing. Like they're huge. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. My daughter knew about it. She's like, oh yeah, I follow them on Instagram. I'm like, did you know that they sell twice a week only? That it's like they're hard to get. So about a week and a half ago, we bought 10, and my daughter and I tried. What was it? We tried 3 of them, I think, or 2 of them, and it was equivalent of eating like half a. I was just like, oh, dude. We tried 4. We cut them into fourths, so we ate a fourth. This is where the math gets tricky. We ate a fourth of 4 different ones, so it was the equivalent. A cookie. Yeah.
Is this one of those Facebook riddles again?
No, it's not like the clock, but then the clock like stops at 3:25, not 3.
My answer is 3.
Yeah.
If one cookie leaves Smithtown at 3:45 in the afternoon, and Will starts eating a cookie in Bethpage at 5:47.
I got it wrong now. I got to repost it. Fuck.
How many times?
How many trips to the ocean does Mike have to make?
How many times does the EMS say clear over my fat body? How many tears fall out of my kid's eyes at my funeral?
I just like to think fucking Mike out in the ocean bottomed down like the orca.
He's the guy.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
What's that? That's a whale.
Oh.
Show me the way to go. Oh, yeah.
I can't see Mike for like a week now.
Mike's getting rid of his 7-layer dip out in the ocean.
I can't see Mike for like a week now. Too grossed out.
Thank God. I'll talk about this more often then.
He's like a dirty mushroom guy.
You don't wash your hair.
Yeah, so what?
You
I don't
put
expect.
mayo in it?
Huh?
You put mayo in it, or
There's less
olive
bugs
oil?
on my mushroom than there are in your hair.
I
saw a bug fly over head one time.
I put olive oil in the bottom part of it so it's not dry.
Yeah.
His dick never spread coronavirus. Well, it was
his dick's not spreading anything now.
Wow.
Jesus, I think I got real quick.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable now. Fuck.
Oh man.
Well, the cookies are delicious, though. By the way. But yeah, so we ate. My daughter and I ate the equivalent of like one each, around like around breakfast time. I literally didn't eat till dinner. Like it really was filling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's. I don't know how many calories. They don't tell you. I mean, are you really counting them?
You definitely don't want to know how many calories.
Yeah,
100%.
again, the rule of sausages.
Yeah, but they're so good. It's not like you're eating these every day.
Yeah. The name of this episode, by the way, is the rule of sausages.
100%.
Or the sausage letter.
Yeah, no, Carla, you gotta get
the
those
rule or
cookies.
the law? It's the rule.
You gotta get on those cookies.
I think it's the rule.
I think Will just throw us in on your order and we'll come over and collect 10 cookies from you.
Okay.
Because he's already got the system
stealing
down.
shit out of his card every week.
Listen, if he's out there and he's trying to get on there early, then you should buy him the cookies.
We'll do that. We'll pay for your cookies.
Sure. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll do whatever, however much yours come to. Just give me.
Or do you want me to go on the site and just pull cookies out of everyone else's thing, like just to add some more chaos to it, so you can sneak out with your cookies?
No, you can't go into the store. You can't go into the place at all. You're not allowed. It's only.
That's what I'm saying. I'll just sneak onto the site and just start pandemonium. Just start trying to order other cookies from people.
But
you just sneak out.
But that's the thing is you don't know. It's not like you know who physically is coming in and taking them. You know, it's not. It doesn't say like Joe Schmo took the OG cookie out of your basket.
Carla's gonna start a fucking.
Did, though?
Carla's gonna start a QAnon campaign against them.
I'm gonna start a cookie war.
Oh, they're trading children. That's what the chocolate chips mean.
Carla took the s'mores out of your cart and said, "Fuck you and your cookies."
All you people, you're supporting child trafficking. Now I can get on there and get my cookies.
The s'mores one is good though.
It looks so good. I want it.
We tried this one. The s'mores one, the chocolate one. Chocolate one is definitely up there. And then another one, it was a chocolate chip cookie with chopped peanuts in it. I was the only one that liked. Oh, the choco waffle. It was like chocolate chip. It was pieces of like
choco
waffle.
Terrible for Italian Americans.
A waffle. Wasn't without papers. It was with against.
Yeah, we're gonna get on these cookies. We gotta make
orders.
Mike wanted to get on some pizza that you have to order to like a secret gazebo in Amityville.
Yeah, Mike's Underground Pizza in Amityville.
What?
It's a pizza place. You can only get their menu by texting them like a secret code, and then you could order stuff. But they don't deliver outside of Amityville. So if you live outside of Amityville, you have to meet them at like a gazebo in the park, and they'll deliver it. And a guy pulls up in like a black car in a suit, and that's how he delivers your pizza.
That's definitely how I get kidnapped.
And there's no pizzeria. There's no pizzeria in Amityville that makes this. It's someone's house.
It's not a house. It's like he rents like the back of some restaurant, and you don't. There's no storefront. You don't go in. It's only delivery. And supposedly the pizza is also very, very good. So I definitely want to try that. It's Mike's Underground Pizza.
Did El Prez rate it? One bite, everybody knows, no one cares.
Yeah.
One bite, everybody knows the racist.
One bite, everyone knows the rules, and then he takes 3 fucking bites.
All right, Frankie.
Oh.
Well, there's a great place in Lindenhurst that used to be in Wantaw called Spasso's that
I feel like I've been there before.
Dude, they used to be on Wantaw Ave, just past Southern State, on the left side. Umberto's is on the right side. They moved to Lindenhurst. They made buffalo chicken pizza. I was never a buffalo chicken I like the wings. I never ate buffalo chicken pizza. Like, it wasn't on my top list.
Yeah.
Dude, their buffalo chicken, if you go to, it's SPASSO, right? Or yeah. They're in Lindenhurst. I haven't gone to Lindenhurst. I'm telling you, I'm making the trip. Their buffalo chicken pieces are like chunks of fried chicken.
It's all
delicious.
Oh my god! It used to be like
I want that right now.
sliced. Oh my god! No, they're closed. But
There's a place in Atlantic City that has really, really good buffalo chicken pizza too.
yeah.
I always get a pot on my way home.
Well, this guy came in third in the country in the specialty pie category, and
Really?
they went to the Worlds in Milan, and he placed 7th.
You went to the
Milan?
Worlds.
Yeah,
World pizza competition?
So Tim, here's how I know this. They didn't deliver anywhere outside of Wantaw, so we used to have to drive from Bethpage to get the pizza.
Right.
I don't remember what this is a true story. Comedy imitating life. It literally used to be located right next door to a Weight Watchers. So I used to go to that Weight Watchers. They're like, oh, 9/10 of a point, good for you, and then give you the stupid little like plastic hand clapper. I'm like, yeah. As long as I'm down, I don't care how much. As long as I'm down, I'm destroying 4 slices of that. Like I used to eat like 2. Then I'm like, you know what? On the pity party days, I was crushing 4 of those and a liter of Mountain Dew.
I saved my points for the week.
Oh, dude, they were so good, and they were a genius to put next to a Weight Watchers.
Absolutely.
And they give you like the little like salad dressing cup on the side of Frank's Red Hot to put on top. Oh,
Oh my god, I love Frank's Red Hot.
So
that's
my
the only hot sauce I like.
Yeah. Frank's a go home. So my dad, my mom, and my dad then were driving down to get it now and then. And my dad is a friendly guy. My dad, likes to talk to people. And he goes, "Did you
love
guys
that? Love your parents?
They love you guys too. They adore you guys. And they love you guys, Terry. They forget that they have other kids, I guess. But my dad was like, "Did you know that there's like a competition in the country?" So I was like, "No." He goes, "This guy started telling me that he placed 3rd, and they have like that idiot from San Jose that's like the pizza spinner that's always on like the Food Network." So they have these, but there's different categories, and the guy for that buffalo chicken slice placed 3rd in the country. If you have the money, they do like the World Cup of pizza, and it's always in Italy in this area in Milan. My dad because my dad is a friendly dude. My dad starts telling me all the details that this guy says to him that they set you up in a hotel. They give you whatever the hotel ovens are. And he goes, but the thing is, the ovens only go to a certain amount of heat. And he goes, whether you use brick oven or not, he's like, I got a cousin that lives about 40 minutes the other way. He's like, my cousin's got his pizza ovens ready for me to use. Like he started telling my dad, like,
in Milan?
Yeah, because they said that like it's an unknown secret that like the hotel ovens that they give you aren't as great, and you can't duplicate whatever you're used to making at home anyway, But
that's why.
Yeah, but he had
it's rigged.
He was bringing water with him that he uses here, and he finished he came in 7th or 8th in the world.
Wow!
But it was so much more than I cared to ever know about. And now you guys are cursed with that info too.
Now we have that knowledge too.
But it makes me appreciate more wanting to go, because I thought they went out of business. Because Umberto's moved in across the street, and Umberto, any town they start killing it. But but this place, my God, it was just cornmeal on the bottom.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. I used to work at a pizzeria.
Like that. I don't know what it is.
It's a different texture.
Yeah, I just.
So basically, we're all going to spend this week eating pizza, ice cream, and cookies. And
because of Will.
That's how I celebrate freedom.
My heart will not go on.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the fattest podcast of all time.
Yes, we've broadcast this podcast in a most fatly manner today.
even the Zoom squares are starting to tilt as we start talking.
I'm literally punching my fucking chest right now. Yeah, that'll be a baker's dozen there, Bill.
Exactly. But seriously, Will, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun, man.
Thank you.
Thanks
I
for
love you
hanging
guys.
out.
You know, I think the world.
We
Once
love
again,
you, Will.
everybody listening, July 30th, Mike Keegan and Friends. You get tickets at govs.com. The tickets will be on sale this week. Keep an eye out. But July 30th, 7 p.m., great show. It's going to be fun. I want to thank Governors and Govs Radio and Tony and Sally and Mike and Eric and everybody. And listen to all the other shows. Listen to Knock 'em Dead Comedy.
Yes.
Thank you to my cookie dealer for what we anticipate are going to be some free cookies in our future.
Yeah.
Exactly. Make sure you guys are listening to No Rhyme, No Reason with our buddies Jeff Bosey and Rich Rada. Marla Schultz has a show on the station now.
Ageless Adventures.
Ageless Adventures. It's very good. They're very funny.
Ashland's good. Danielle Asher.
And guys, keep your ears to the ground for the return of the Will Sharon show, which was one of my absolute favorites to be on.
Always a blast being on the
I
Will
wrote in
Sharon
there
show.
once and he yelled at me.
What? You wrote into the Will Sharon show?
Yeah.
When?
It was him and Mike, and there was a picture on the wall of the old studio that looked like Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah.
So I said, "Who the fuck is that, Morgan Spurlock?" And they thought I was making a fat joke, so Will got pissed at me.
I don't get. I never get.
Is
mad
Morgan
at
Spurlock fat? Isn't he the guy from Super Size Me?
Yeah.
Is he fat?
No,
He's not
that's
terrible food.
I think it was the autographed picture of Eric with the devil horns on it.
yes, yes.
But
Well, check out all the shows.
Yeah.
Check out all the shows. I gotta go officiate
You gotta go pee.
high
You gotta
school
go
lacrosse
pee.
game.
You gotta go pee.
He's
And,
gotta go wipe his peen.
Continue to step on all my punchlines.
You gotta pee.
And
Forget to wipe.
yeah, that's
forget
my
to
life.
wipe.
Carla just steps on all my punchlines.
Don't forget to wipe.
We'll be back Tuesday, kids. Have a good weekend.
We'll see you guys Tuesday,
Bye.
9:15. Thanks so much. Thanks again, Will. See you guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Will.
Mike. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Paul.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast, and if you didn't, even better. You can show us your disdain by sharing the show from iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Though honestly, nobody uses Google Play. Check out our Facebook page for any upcoming comedy shows or appearances from Carla, Mike, and Tim. Also, don't forget to check out our favorite band, Bore, on Spotify, or purchase their new EP, Bore 2, on iTunes or Bandcamp. We'll see you next week, Rageaholics.